What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a three-part series on how I built my home office gaming PC. And in this episode, we're just going to give you a detailed layout of all of the bits, pieces, and parts that I got. I got half of these on Amazon, half of these on Newegg, and I'm just going to pass you off to Nova for him to tell you what's going on.
What's up, guys? This is Professor Nova. You can call me Nova, and today we're building a new computer. I'm excited to share all this with you, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. Let's go.
So we got all these parts separated out, like the static wristband, thermal paste, two 2TB hard drives. We have the Vulcan DDR5 216 GB RAM, a Ryzen 7 7700X, Phantom Spirit 120 EVO, XPG core reactor 2 650 watt power supply, Sapphire Nitro Plus AMD 9070 XT graphics card, B650 Tomahawk motherboard, and the Lian Lancool 217. Now this GPU has given me a hard time to get. Originally I got it off Amazon, and when I opened the package, to my amusement, it was an empty jewelry box. So I ended up getting this one at Best Buy. It was a little more expensive, but it's well worth it. I got the T-Force Vulcan Z 2TB hard drive. This is an external hard drive, plugs in with the Sata cable, nice and easy. I got the T-Force Vulcan DDR5 2 16GB RAM. It's gonna do enough for what I wanted to do. Here we have the XTM60 high intensive thermal paste, and I will show you in the next video how I painted it on like wet cement. Right here we have the Kingspec SSD 2TB internal hard drive. This thing is amazing. Kingspec is amazing. They have wonderful products. These two together are going to make up our 4TB hard drive. We're going to be putting so many games, so many programs, so many files, everything we'll ever need is going to fit on these hard drives. Now we're moving on to the Phantom Spirit 120 EVO. Now this thing is just a basic CPU cooler, but what is really good about it, it has modular mounts that will support Intel or AMD CPUs. Now I went with this one because I'm just not a fan of water cooling. I don't want to have to worry about the pumps. I don't want to have to worry about anything. This is just a baseline good product that will do what I wanted to do. Now we have the XPG core reactor 2. It is 650 watts of power. That is all I'm going to need for this build. You can upgrade to a 750 watt power supply if needed, but this one comes with stickers. This one is made for gaming. It is completely modular and comes with all the wires you need to do what you need to do. Moving on to the Sapphire Nitro Plus. This is a 9070 XT graphics card, and I am very pleased with it. I am moving over to Team Red. It's been a wonderful ride with NVIDIA, but I am having a wonderful time with the AMD Radeon Ryzen Gang 2. This is going to come with 2 HDMI, 2 display ports. You can hook up 4 monitors to this bad boy. And this thing, I'm not gonna lie, it's a brick. Moving over to the MAG B650 Tomahawk motherboard. This thing is slick, it's clean, it's good for what you need it to do. It's one of the cheaper style motherboards, but it comes with all the amenities of what you'd get with practically anything else. Also comes with stickers, also with labels to label all of your wires whenever you get to doing the cable management. Now we have the Lian Lancool 217. I love this case. It's such a wonderful case, so modular, so customizable, and it comes with wood accent trim, which is what I like. I like the idea of mixing nature with technology. It's just overall a wonderful product. Now I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this mess and show you all the wonderful things that this thing comes with. So as you're about to see, all of this case can be dismantled. It's so good, so easy, especially for beginners that are getting into building their first gaming PC. The top pops off for easy clearance to be able to put a water cooling system on it. Has two ginormous fans on the front for nice, easy air cooling access to your PC, and it's so quiet. Now underneath on the back side, that's where we just pulled out a box that is going to come with all the accessories that we're going to need to put this thing together. Now on the back, it already has all of the cables pre-managed, so all you have to do is plug and play with this system. Now this PC does come pre-installed with a PCB where you are able to put all of your fans, all of your LEDs into one socket. You don't have to crowd your motherboard with 15 different fan wires. All of it goes into one cord. Now I'm showing you here that there are two fans on the front, two fans on the bottom, one fan on the back. It is just maximum airflow quality, and the little rubber gaskets on the back are going to help clean everything up. It is going to be wonderful on cable management. So here I'm just going to show off real quick that it does have side power audio, 2 USBs and 1 Type-C. So this is really going to be dependent on where you're going to have it on your desk. I like to have mine on the right side, sitting on top of my desk. I try to keep it off the floor. I don't like having to clean out my PC. So keeping it off the floor is going to keep all of the dust from collecting inside of those crevices and getting inside of all of your PC parts. Now here I'm going to show you the little accessory box that this thing comes with. It comes with a wonderful little thank you note, and comes with zip ties, comes with standoffs, screws, everything that you're going to need to put all of this together. There's going to be no worries on if you lost a screw or if you misplaced these items. All of this is going to be right here. Now I'm going to show off the unboxing of the little SSD. It is seriously no bigger than your thumb, and it's going to fit right into the motherboard. Now we're also going to unbox the Vulcan Z 2 terabyte hard drive. This is the external, and it's going to plug into your SATA ports. This is also 2 terabytes. So with 2 terabytes on the external, 2 terabytes on the internal, you're going to have no lack of storage, holding all of the games you'll ever need, holding all of the programs, all the files. If you're a coder, this is all you'll ever need. Now moving to the RAM, this is a good time to just speak out on the fact that I spent most of my budget on the CPU and the GPU. Now, T-Force, I'm not saying is a bad company, but they are on the cheaper side of products. Now, speaking on post-installation, this RAM has given me 0 issues, and I definitely support it to the end. This is all you're ever going to need when you're trying to get into gaming, programming, anything. If I would do anything further than this, I would just upgrade to more RAM. Now we're looking at the Ryzen 7700X CPU. Now, I looked online, did my research to figure out what would be the best CPU for the GPU that I want. And this one came out on top, pairing it with the 9070 XT graphics card. And they said that there could potentially be very few bottlenecks when it comes to playing 4K games. But on other sites, other Reddit threads, it said it works just fine. Also a good pairing with the CPU if you're still wanting to stay with NVIDIA. It goes good with the 4070, 5070, or you can put anything on this and it will still have wonderful processing power for 4K visuals. Now we're moving on to the Phantom Spirit 120, and again, this is going to work with your Intel or AMD CPU. It does have bracket mounts that you are able to change out to fit your motherboard style. Again, this is a wonderful cooler if you're just looking for a base cooler. Now, if you're going for water cooling or anything of that sort, it's going to cost a little bit more, and I just feel it's impractical if you're not going for anything higher than what I'm showing you here today. If you're going for anything that has more power, like a higher end CPU, or if you just know that you're going to be running more than like 15 programs at one time, this will work. It's simple, it's clean, it's easy to install, and it's all you need. Now, this is the point in time where I'm starting to get a little nervous because we're getting into the more higher end products and parts. So at this point, I would get your static bracelet, and I would add on top of that a pair of latex gloves or nitro gloves. This isn't just for fingerprint smudging. It will keep the static away from all of your system parts so you don't have a malfunction later down the line. Next, we are moving to the Core Reactor 2, 650 watt power supply. Now, again, it is 80 plus gold, but it is only 650 watts. Like I was saying with the cooler, it also applies to the power supply. If you want to run more processes, if you're going to be doing a lot more, you're probably going to need more wattage. I did the research to back up my decision on getting a 650 watt power supply. Most people would go for a 750 watt power supply. And if you're going overboard and you just want the most power to your system, get a 1000 watt power supply. It really only matters with the combination of parts and pieces you are wanting to put into your system. Now, this does come with a luxurious little bag that is going to hold all of the wires you'll ever need. I would check out the product's website to ensure it does come with all the wires that you are going to need to put this system together. I did run into an issue at the very last stage of the process where I needed an extra PCIe plug for the GPU. This GPU called for 3 power plugs. I would go and check your GPU or check all of your system parts to make sure that it doesn't call for more than what you have. Now we're moving on to the MAG B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard. This is going to be the body of your entire system. It is going to hold everything inside of this giant chip. It does come with the Wi-Fi antennas if you're planning on using that. If not, you can also use an external USB plug-in for Wi-Fi. Now, in this motherboard, I am seeing a lot of reviews that are showing that the Wi-Fi antennas are getting in the way of using the USBs. I don't have an issue with that because most of my accessories that I use are wireless. So I could plug in the tiny USB plugs and the antennas do not get in the way. So right here is the SSD slot. We have 2 of them on this motherboard where you're able to put 2 internal hard drives. We have the CPU slot, 4 RAM slots, and that is the PCIe slot for the graphics card. Now down here is going to be all of your wire plugs, could be from fan to USB, Type-C, SATA cables, LEDs, RGBs, anything that you'll need. And on the back, this is where I'm showing that you have 7 USBs on this motherboard. You do have an HDMI. It does have internal graphics if you're not planning on using a GPU. But it also comes with the audio input, comes with Ethernet, comes with everything you're gonna need to build this computer. Now we're here to the Sapphire Nitro Plus 9070 graphics card. Now this thing is a brick. This thing is very heavy, but whenever we take out the accessory box, it does come with its own sag bracket that is installed with the graphics card. Also on the case, it comes with a sag bracket, and just for a third measure, I bought a sag bracket on Amazon. I kind of went a little overkill knowing that this thing is heavy. I just wanted to ensure that this is not going to tear up my motherboard or the GPU in the process of installation. In here, it comes with the wires, and the sag bracket. Now pulling this thing out, it is a monster. This is a brick, and I am so excited to install this. Comes with 3 fans on the bottom. They are so easy to take off and on if you have any issues with them. It is held in by 1 screw, and it has a magnetic power connection. There's an LED light strip that goes across the bottom. Two HDMI ports and 2 display ports. This allows for 4 monitors to be hooked up separately. There's your power, there's your RGB LEDs, and it does come with a magnetic lid to cover all of the cables whenever you get them installed. Seamless, clean, cable managed. Now I'm going to sit this on top of here and show you this top plate, this magnetic top plate that is going to allow for you to hide those wires. Comes with tons of ventilation. You will not have a problem cooling this thing down. And that should be all you need to put this computer together. Right now I have everything laid out for the next video, and with everything laid out, ready to go, I'll show you in the next video how to put everything together, how everything works together, and what precautions you need to take when putting a PC together. I'm glad to see you in this video, and I will be excited to see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you later. Bye!